Hi, this is Elon Kaplan, and this is a tutorial for the Triple Adaptive plugin for Unity 3D. In this tutorial, I'm going to show how to use the Stingers system. Okay, so I have already imported the Triple Adaptive plugin and added the manager, and I've also imported the sound clips here, and I've canceled the 3D option in each one of them. Okay. So, first of all, I will explain what is the Stingers system. The Stinger systems allow you to use one music as a main music and then to add stingers to it, to add little cues of music that will start to play while the main music is playing, and those cues can be synced to the music in all kinds of ways. This allows you to add like special effects to the music whenever you want them to occur, and they will happen in sync with the main music. Also, you can use it with the layers system option that we already explained in another tutorial, and you can use more than one layer to the main music and at the same time have stingers to it. Okay, so now I will show you how to do it. First of all, you need to add the main music. So I will add one layer as a main music and drag the clip to it. Okay, so now we have a main music. Let's hear it. Great. Okay, so for this music, we're going to add stingers. First, let's add one stinger. Let's name it beat. Great. Now, we want this stinger to be synced by next beat. It means that every musical beat in the music that is triggered, the stinger will know when the beat starts and will play it. For this, we need to import what is the BPM of the music, which means how many beats per minute does the music have. This example uses the default tempo, so it's 120 beats per minute. Okay, next thing we will want to drag audio clips. So I have two audio clips for this example. Let's put them. And then you can choose if they will play randomly or linearly. It means first time it will play the first one, and then the second time it will play the second one, and etc. For each audio clip, we can choose the volume level and change it whenever we want. Okay, so now what I will do is play the main music, and then I will play preview the next beat stinger, and you will see how it will play in sync by the next beat and randomly between the two. Okay, so let's do it. Okay. Now. You can see here the clips that are playing. Okay, great. I think we got the idea. Next, let's add another stinger. This one we will call measure. Okay. And it will be synced by next measure. A measure is a segment of time defined by a given number of bits. When you choose a particular time signature, you actually choose how many bits will be in each measure. The most common are 4 on 4 or 3 on 4. 4 on 4, it means it has 4 bits every measure. And again, we need to say what will be the BPM, still staying with the default. Okay, now we will add clips to that stinger. So, I have these three options, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, again, you can change the volume for them, of course. And if you want them to be randomly or linear. For this example, I will choose linear. This way it will play them by order, first, second, and third. It will wait for the next measure before it plays. Let's preview. Okay. Listen how it plays only at the beginning of a measure. Okay, The next stinger will be the most sophisticated one. This is the part stinger. Let me show you. First we will give it a name, part, or whatever we want, and we will make it synced by next part. What does that mean? We have added an option to divide your music into parts. You can decide how many beats and measures will be in each part, and what will be the time signature in each part, and to have separate stingers to each part. This way, if there is a long music that has more than one part in it, whenever a stinger is triggered, it will know in which part are you, and it will play the matched audio clips accordingly. So, in this example, this music has 16 measures. So I will write here 16, and it has two parts. So I will add two parts, name them part 1 and part 2. And then I will divide it to that each part will have 8 measures. So this is how I do it. Yeah. And both of the parts will have 4 and 4 time signature, but it can be different. Okay, so now I will add clips. I have 4 next part clips ready for us. The first one will be for the first part, and all the other 3 will be to the second part. Okay, so now I need to define each one of them to which part it will be. You can attach it to no part, to all of the parts, or you can choose between them. So I want it to be for the first part, and all of the others will be to the second part. Great. So, before I can hit the preview, I need to change the other stingers I have already put, because the moment that we are going to work with parts, we need to change it to be next beat in part and next measure in part. Other way, it will not work and it will have an error. And then you can say for each beat in which part you want it to be. If you want it to be in both of the parts, you can do it, of course. But now we want to see about the next part. So what will happen is, after I will play preview the stinger, it will wait to the next part to start and only then play the stinger. So I can push it way before the next part and it will remember and play it. Let's see. Okay, now I will press and we will wait for the next part to begin. Yeah. Okay, it's going to start every second. Now I will press it again to trigger the next stinger on the next part. Here it comes. Let's do it again for the second one. Okay, now you can see that I can still choose the random or linear option between the stingers. This means if it's random, it will play randomly the 3 stingers that are supposed to be for the second part. It will choose between them randomly or linearly, depends on what we choose. Yeah, so also we have the options of next measure in part and next beat in part. It means it will play the next measure, but only in the part that it is supposed to be, and etc. Okay, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial.